What's going on? Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe. And as always, entering the season with all my broadcasts will be live. So if you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Help us get to 5,000. Hit the like button as well if you've already subscribed. And there's not going to be a lot of news as we finish out this final week, but there's a lot of transactions that the Carolina Panthers are making, both to continue to deal with the COVID situation, and they're still trying to find ways to improve the roster as we prepare for this final game against the Tampa Bay Bucks in Tampa Bay. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of these transactions that have taken place. Uh, Wrong button. Oh man, I didn't do it right. Injury report, injury report. Oh man. All right. Live shows mean you get to see when I make a mistake, just like I made there. So, is this the most recent injury report? Yes, it is. So, let's go ahead and talk about this injury report. Today, the Carolina Panthers, and as you see, there are quite a few people on this list, and some of this you have to think about. The team just evaluating alongside with the player. Hey, it's just not worth putting you out there for this last game of the season, considering that we're not about to make the playoffs. Yes, we do want to win, but it also gives the team a chance to evaluate other talent. So let me go ahead and walk you through this very long list. So Carolina Panthers place tackle Cameron Irving on injured reserve. We also place my man Terrace Marshall Jr. on the injured reserve list. And Coach said that the injury with Terrace wasn't something that necessarily happened this past Sunday. It was, I forget how he called it, just maybe saying a stress, something. I don't do good with the medical terms, but basically it was a buildup of an injury nagging, and they just decided that he's not going to recover from it soon, and just to go ahead and put him on the IR list. We also have, oh, you know what? Okay, all right. This is backwards. Though this says injury report, here's what I did wrong. Though this says injury report, these are the transactions. My apologies. Please don't crucify me in the comments. These are the actual transactions, all right? We also signed defensive tackle Jacob. I will not attempt to say his last name. And even though he's listed here as a defensive tackle, he's actually most commonly listed as a defensive end. And we picked him up from the Pittsburgh Steelers practice squad. And this guy was a free agent, was initially came out of college, was signed by the Atlanta Falcons, played with the Falcons through last year, and then he was signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers to their practice squad. And today, we signed him off Pittsburgh squad to our 53. Interesting move. This was made before the E-Tour announcement was made, which I'll update you here in a second, because there's breaking news in the sense that as I was getting ready to go live, this information came across. But not sure if he's going to be able to play this Sunday. He has to clear COVID protocols, has to get familiar with the defense. He's not even here yet. So, but nevertheless, picked him up. Coach said really just trying to get that guy on the team and do some talent evaluation. Like I said at the headline, still continue to try to make some little moves to try to get this team in position. Also, we activated some guys off the COVID list. That would be outside linebacker Hassan Reddick, which said those first 2 days that he was dealing with COVID were not nice to him at all. He was very, very happy to be feeling good and glad to be talking to the media today. Excited about playing for this team. He said it was tough to watch, sitting on the couch, but did want to give some props to Derek Brown. Big man, if you don't remember, I noticed it when I was watching the game. Early in the game against the Saints, he chased down Alvin Kamara from the line of scrimmage to tackle him on the sidelines, and that was pretty impressive. He said it's encouraging to see things like that. Guys still playing hard and developing for this Carolina Panthers team. So promise of future definitely on that defensive side. Also activated tight end Tommy Tremble. All these are COVID activations. Activated quarterback P.J. Walker. And then the Reggie Bonifant was an activation on the practice squad. And then we also signed cornerback Jalen Julius to the practice squad. So that will be all the transactions that have taken place. But actually, I do have I should get a graphic breaking news. Even though again I say it's not like huge news. Coach Rule is not relieved of his duties. But Yetur Gross-Matos has been recently diagnosed with COVID, so he is placed on that COVID list. This is Wednesday. As far as I know, there's no way he can be cleared to play on Sunday. So imagine there'll be some continued shuffling around there on the defensive side as we still have some COVID issues as we try to close out the season. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this injury report. Wide receiver Robbie Anderson, quad, did not practice. Cornerback Stephon Gilmore, growing, did not practice. And before I was kind of surprised that last week I said that Stephon would be placed on that list, injury reserve list, by Saturday, in my opinion, if he was going to be placed on it at all. And he wasn't, but Coach mentioned that just has a lot of respect for Stephon. It's great having Stephon around and on the sideline. So Stephon continues to ask for, give me time to see if I can get right to be able to play. And it looks like that's what Coach is continuing to do with Stephon Gilmore. Safety, Sean Chandler, growing, did not practice. As you see here, Yetur was listed as an illness. Man, I'm kind of looking at this stuff as I share it with you guys, but he is now out with COVID. Wide receiver Shi Smith, illness. I guess legitimate to wonder if that is a possible COVID thing, if they're waiting to see if another result comes back. So I'm just saying that based on the fact that we have Yetur listed there on the injury report as a illness, but then he is listed as out with COVID. Cornerback C.J. Henderson, he was limited in practice, dealing with some knee injuries there. So that's really all the updates for you. No other big news to talk about. Your quarterback is still going to be Sam Darnold. They'll still continue to prepare Cam Newton and P.J. Walker accordingly, but they're not right now explicitly part of the game plan for this Sunday versus the Bucs. So that's it. What's up to My Car Hits? That's interesting. I've never seen you before on here. Matt Knows Nothing. Good afternoon. I appreciate you signing on. And Malcolm saying, yeah, not a lot of big updates. Hey, week 18, I'm going to bring it to you, continue to bring you news and coverage for this Carolina Panthers team. If you have not done so, please consider checking out the interview with long snapper J.J. Jansen. Trust me, it is a fun, interesting, entertaining interview with a guy who's been in the league 14 years, 13 with the Carolina Panthers. So he knows quite a bit about this football team and was a joy to talk to. So consider checking that out. Hey, that will be all that I have for you today. Enjoy until I see you again tomorrow. Chris Jenkins reporting for Charlotte Vibe.